Hi, my name is Kelly Kearney with Star Constellation Magazine. Thank you so much for talking with me today, Tamara Podemski. I love the show. It is fantastic. You played Deputy Sheriff Joy Hall, who we last saw stepping into the past when she crossed that Black River, Black Water stream. Can we assume there are more portals out there besides the ones on Royal Abbott's farm or ranch? I'm sorry.
I think, I mean, this is just, we don't know, I don't think the show proves this or disproves this, but I think what Joy's journey suggests is there are other ways to travel through time. And I think that was pretty cool because even from other audiences, audience members who were a little bit confused because they really were so connected to the whole and they thought the whole was the only way. So even as Joy's there, she's witnessing a herd of buffalo that had been extinct for a couple hundred years. They still weren't sure if she traveled or not. So season two is great in that it confirms whether she did fully travel back in time and that there are other ways. And I think that's always a nice thing to kind of like just plant in people's minds is don't get attached or don't start thinking how this all works.
You mentioned the buffalo, and I have to ask about that. Are the buffalo telling us something as fans to keep an eye out for? Because I know that they can be symbolic, and we saw them when Joy time traveled back to the ancestors. We saw them again in the finale in the Stampede. Do they symbolize something?
Well, I think for those who know that herds have been extinct for a few hundred years, that is just the idea that this portal can actually bring through an entire like thousands of buffalo. I do think it is, the wild, it is community, it is sustenance. I mean, I know how indigenous people relate to that, and that it was a slaughter fest and a way to kill off our people, to kill the buffalo. So yeah, symbolic of so many things. But I really think that they are kind of the one, live presence that has been moving in and out and has been confusing everyone as to who is this buffalo with two arrows in it. And I think that was the plant in season one for those who picked up two arrows in that buffalo. They That would have been the obvious thing of that buffalo is not from right now. That buffalo came from
Exactly.
somewhere.
Well, I have to wonder, Joy, she's tasked with investigating this murder, but now that she's stumbled into the past, or we think maybe stumbled into the past, will this season have her focused more on that and maybe less on the murder? Is that where her focus is going to shift?
Her focus goes very internal. Um, she has, I think, the emotional conflict and the moral kind of crisis that she is in season one. There's only one way to go there. You go deep inside to look at your behavior, look at your actions, and she is in need of a serious wake-up call. And so where we find her in season two is the perfect environment to be reminded of who she is and how she needs to live.